Hello, and welcome to part 3 of the series, Alan Wake 2 Final Draft. We will continue our playthrough. I just made it to the Alan Wake parts, and he is in the dark place or whatever, trying to find his way into the subway station.
Back to the beginning, with the memory of the past loop already fading fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope.
I don't know if I picked the wrong. I picked the wrong shit. I think this where we at. Yep, here we go. Alright, so I got my guns and everything. I figured out what happened the last time. Apparently, alright, so I beat the game with one save file. And when you start a new game plus, it pretty much just starts, I guess from wherever you left off at the main game. So what I did was, in order to get all the achievements, I finished the game. And then I went and got all the collectibles. So I don't have every single collectible, but I still got most of them.
Someone was humming. Was it worth the risk to go see who?
Casey and Alice. Alice is his wife. Yeah, I don't get why some of this shit works sometimes and then it don't. They need a better indication of when these guys, when you can like actually shoot at them, or if they just shadows.
The city was a monster, poised to tear into you the second you let your guard down. You thought you had it tamed, that you knew what the hell you were doing. Your last mistake, unless you got lucky. And you didn't deserve to get lucky. You blinked at the wrong time, let your mind wander. And the fire escape that was meant to be your getaway route was gone. Was never there at all. You'd gotten turned around somewhere along the way. The city was coming to finish you off, and there was nowhere left to run.
But like these little like it's so sensitive. Like you gotta look at them at the exact right spot or they won't even pop up. Oh yeah, so I get a flashlight charge after killing. Store fifth for each second when using flashlight. Boost on hostile shadow. Hey, fuck it, might as well, right? Alright, so now this part is kind of
about Alex Casey for years.
confusing to me because on my first playthrough, I was like, on my first playthrough, I was kind of exploring the whole area, trying to get all the items and all that. So I don't know what the main path is for this right now. But I did hear that guy, so I need to go up there.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look. I still haven't found my mystery man, though.
So his maps show like items that you can go and collect.
You're making a map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for. Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help. Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name. Warland Door.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him. The guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? No. I'll keep looking.
See, this is what I was talking about. And as you go through the game and you find these secret rooms with him in it, he'll fill in more of the more of the like theory board on Door. In one of these conversations, he'll talk about how he's missing like he misses like his memories or whatever, but he keeps coming back as different people in different places.
Oh, that's my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Don't judge me.
I'll trade you walls any day.
Polyhedrons. I think that's the stuff from Control. So yeah, on this map he shows pretty much like stashes and he shows stashes and the little words of power things that I was finding. Oh, and Echo. But alright, so I got this. I think I get a light from the car here. Oh, there's an item over here. I know there's a word of power over here though.
Wait.
Alright, flare gun. Flare gun projectiles area.
Fuck me.
I know that's real. Be on my ass. And it pissed me off when I open these up and ain't nothing in there. Alright, words of war. Can't jump down. Alright, so a lot of shit happened since my last stream. What's his name? I guess Naughty Dog like canceled that faction thing. But a lot of people, like if you put two and two together, you knew that shit was canceled. It was just kind of like leading people along with it. Damn, I be getting lost as hell in this game, for real. They will walk right up on your ass too. That's why I be confusing. Alright, I know it ain't there. Go in here and save. Oh yeah, I just gotta get back downstairs. Yeah, because the last time I investigated that whole area. You can open up more of it. But all I gotta do is get over here to the subway and open it up. Yeah, so this whole area took me like 4 hours because I was just running around. Didn't really know where to go. Alright. I got the items out of here.
The gates to the platform were closed. I had a ticket. Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more. Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
Where's the black part of it?
Here before me on the trail of an FBI agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder.
Yeah, now I know how these
Missing.
echoes and
Presumed dead.
like changing the
Cult was
scenes
leaving me
work.
clues to
So I
follow,
should be able to
connecting the
figure out
dots
these
from
puzzles
one
a lot
murder to
quicker.
the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
I had a flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing.
Oh yeah.
I had... The dark place reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
But yeah, so they canceled factions. Man, people argue me up and down. Like I was like, look, man, they said it was gonna be in the original The Last of Us 2. I know I say a lot of controversial shit on purpose, but I really did like
The Fed had glimpsed into the maw of darkness. It swallowed him whole.
faction.
The tracks led
The
into the
first,
tunnel.
The Last of Us.
That was my way forward.
Shit, I liked it better than the campaign. I know that's crazy for some people to hear, but I didn't like the campaign that much.
The blood trail continued deeper into darkness.
So then, you know, they announced Last of Us 2. You go a couple years. I think they announced it in like 2017 or something. You know, you expecting it to have a multiplayer. But then they like,
I don't like the sound of that.
they come out right before lunch and it's like, yeah, you know, we still trying to figure out how to get it to work. And that goes from it's gonna like come later to it's gonna be its own separate game because we trying to make it so ambitious or some shit. And they some more years go by, they show like 2 PowerPoint slides on it with some concept art, and they just keep showing up to places like, yeah, we still working on it, y'all, don't worry about it. And the rumors that they canceled it, they come out, nah, it's just on ice. It's like, what the fuck does on ice mean? It normally mean like, this shit is dead. Then they finally wait till the end of the year to be like, yeah, that shit canceled. But I get it, they trying to, because I guess companies can like, things like movies and games, they can cancel them and use them as tax write-offs, and this is their time of the year to go ahead and get that shit on the books. So. But the funniest person, somebody argued with me when they was they announced they were doing the Last of Us Part 1 remake. They didn't have they didn't redo factions multiplayer from the first
The
one.
tunnels
I was
were
like,
a
what the
maze.
fuck? Why wouldn't you do that?
The blood trail led me
Somebody
on.
thought I saw an arrow. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so then they were like, shit, why would they release part 1 when they know they coming out with part 2? And now we ain't got neither one of them shit. Alright, so at least I get to level these up all the way, cause I ain't get all of them. I did most of what's her face's collectibles, those sagas. Increase effectiveness of trauma pads, increase effect duration of painkillers. But yeah, that's some funny shit. We didn't get 1 or 2. So now they talking about they might be working on 3 or whatever. Like, and they got part 2 remake coming out. They should just put what little bit of cause they showed, well, they didn't show it. Footage leaked of them working on part 2. They were working on part 2's multiplayer, and it showed like the old factions, 1 maps with like a new character, like Abby.
Another place to use in the story. I needed to search the tunnels for further visions. Inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper.
So just go back.
I changed the story.
And
And
do
we
that.
that the federal agent had come
Give
here
people
looking for
something. It's been like
answers.
damn near 6,
All he
7
found was a
years or
fate
something.
worse than death.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day
And then the
shift
wildest
handle it.
part is people
What
who was
happened,
arguing
anyway?
about that.
Some Fed came looking for the cult.
They don't
But it
really
was a
like
trap.
factions,
A
but
satanic
they don't
blood
like Halo, and they was
sacrifice.
complaining
Anyone
about
who gets
Halo not
involved with the
having
cult,
certain
they're
shit
next.
when it released. So
I heard their leader is this famous writer, Alan Wake. Their unholy motherfucking messiah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
oh, and the funniest part about the whole issue is earlier that day that they canceled faction. What's his name? Arcane Studios. They had showed this concept art for the new Blade game, and it's just like paintings, pretty much. Little drawings. People tried to act like that was a bad thing, and one of the guys like put up a comparison saying, he said which he said which concept art was the best or some shit like that, and he put up the same little screenshot that they've been getting from factions since like 2020 or something like that.
Another echo lingered here, a source of inspiration.
And then that afternoon, so he
Your
put up
research can help me, ma'am.
the
What do
factions
you know?
concept art, and then
Urban
showed
legend
like
about
one
cult
slide
lore.
from
The murder cult used these tunnels for their
Blade
ritual
concept.
sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. The
But
Wake
then
was even
I
involved
want to say
somehow,
like
under
it
a
was
false
like
identity.
5-6
Mr.
hours
Scratch,
later,
which is, of
come out and
course,
sit
a
and
nickname for the devil himself.
cancel faction.
It was
So
disturbing
you know
finding
people got
myself
on
in the
his ass
story
about
this
that.
way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story.
Alan Wake.
Oh, I didn't know that my first playthrough. I kept my flashlight on the whole time. See, now I know.
The shadows were gone, or just out of sight.
Getting that upload or that upgrade for the revolver,
The new story
last
fit the
bullet to
story
do
perfectly.
damage.
I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible.
That last bullet doing extra damage. Come in clutch. Alright, what else? Search for cult activity. Where was that door with the water? I got a light now.
The water was gone. The way forward was open.
Oh yeah, and I guess in that Insomniac leak, they found out that they're talking about doing a Spider-Verse game.
Hey,
Jane-
Alan. Tim Breaker. In case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
Yeah, so they got some more Spider-Man games coming out, I guess, and one of them is Spider-Verse. And people act shocked, and I'm like, if you play Spider-Man 2, which game sold a lot,
How's
and
your search
everybody
for Mr.
played it,
Door going?
It's not great.
they talk about there's a
This
whole like side mission
We're in.
with a
Putting a lot of
Spider-Verse
roadblocks in my
like
way.
cutscene.
So you think this is a dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been incredibly vivid. They feel real until the second I wake up. In the dreams, I'm often someone else. A different person with a different name, living a different life in a different world. Alternate realities, maybe. But certain things don't change. Like Door.
Like Hatch and Quantum Break, see? That's what I was talking about. But yeah,
the
man,
sketch you
so
have does look like the Door I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the Door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
but yeah, so people acting shocked about something they should have saw in the game, so it's like how many people actually playing these games that you're talking about? Just like when they was wondering like who's gonna be in Spider-Man 2, and it was like they've been hitting that Venom for, I think it was in the Miles Morales game too. They had a hint of it. And people were like, well, who's gonna be Venom? And I was like, it was Harry in the tank. But it was like floating in some kind of tank. His dad was talking to some scientist about trying to save his life. I don't know. And when I played them like, oh shit. I played a lot of them PlayStation games like that. I skip the cutscenes and I pick up on shit like that. I skip certain parts of the cutscene if they too long or whatever. But I be half paying attention and about that shit. Oh yeah, there was like a word of power in one of these areas I didn't get because I didn't know you could shoot like plywood. They started doing puzzles where you shoot plywood to get the secret areas, and I didn't really figure that out until like damn near the end of the game.
The memory is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness, a scene of a ritualistic murder site in the subway tunnels. It's the previous draft of my writing. Must be. I've been trying to shape the dark place around me, but so much fades away. Even my memory of the process, washed away by dark waves. But some things remain. The darkest, nastiest elements, like the murder site. It's my goal, a stepping stone to travel deeper to escape. Write a narrative that takes me there. Casey will lead me to it.
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember like what's new for this DLC and what's been there the whole time. Did I save? Make sure. I hate redoing shit. Well, I hate losing progress. Let's say that. I'll replay a game, like a new game plus.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
Oh shit.
I had a new scene to use, a new setting. The scene and heartbeat made sense together. The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Go on, ma'am. Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
It could not be
No
opened on the
happy
side.
endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found. A sick and twisted story. But it worked. The scene here had changed. This thread would create something terrible in the scene, but it's what the story needed. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now. None of this was real. It was My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me. The echoing hall had a story to tell. I had a new idea for a scene. The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout.
Something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide
The
supernatural
cultists were
event
close
or
now, a
mass
dark presence
psychosis of
rising from the
stark
depths.
raving lunatics. It didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Alan Wake. Wake. This door will be locked forever.
The scene changed with the story. The dark presence. Fuck! 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 I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone. The tunnel was open now. I could get through. Dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice.
Oh man, I've been muted the whole time.
It was out there. Waiting for me.
Yeah, so that part right there took me 2 or 3 times as long on my original playthrough. Just exploring around and shit always take forever doing that.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Stepping to the murder site. Stepping to the murder murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something he couldn't see, and yet...
One of the craziest things about factions being canceled is people trying to say like, oh, this is good. Now they don't have to waste time on the multiple. It's like they didn't already wasted the time. Like
The station had changed.
nothing to show.
I was closer
I
now.
understand if it was they just released it and it wasn't as much content or whatever, but you got nothing from it. And that could have been, you know, like put towards another game or whatever. And in the meantime, all they
Parliament Tower.
put out.
Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Yeah, in the meantime, all they did was just re-release content so they can put it on the damn PC. Which I guess is cool for PC people.
Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah,
Oh.
I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Tear apart.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things.
Alice. What was that? Like a ray of warm light, I felt her presence. It gave me strength to go on. Alice's photo equipment.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Spiral door. It had the spiral door in control too, in the Ocean View Hotel. It had doors to different places.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Oh yeah, I gotta get the memory card. So spoilers. Again, spoilers. You watching this. I hope you watch
Alice's memory card.
my original playthrough of the game, but a lot of story stuff makes sense now. His wife was being tortured by the darkness inside of like an Alan Wake shell that would like show up and like chase her around the house. So she was kind of going crazy. She actually went
When I was
to the
younger,
FBC and the Control DLC.
photography was
like,
everything to me.
tried to get help from them.
I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew.
Alice, a cloud chaser, boy. She says she not gonna waste this content. I respect it.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. Yeah. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil
So the game looks best when
Mr.
it's kind of
Scratch?
like
Or is it the dark presence?
dimly lit
Both.
daylight.
It's interchangeable. He's
But then when
Scratch
you
when he
go
looks
like the
me,
full
but he
daylight
can change into
outside, it
this
can look kind of
other
like
form.
film
And
grainy.
Scratch, the dark
And then when you're in
presence,
the dark,
wants to
you can
rewrite the
barely
world
see
in his
shit.
own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale...
So this part of the
a
game didn't
writer
really
who's
bother me,
also
but a
been
lot of
missing for
people
13
didn't like
years turns
the
up.
putting the stuff on the board
What's
part.
the connection? What kind of case is this?
That's not right. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? Okay. Ugh. Huh. These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more. Wake has more information. I need to keep questioning him.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are family-friendly and...
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
Oh man. Alright, so I'm talking.
A vote for Mayor
I gotta
Center.
make sure I do all these
Mayor
to get
Setter
that.
will stand up for justice.
For Watery.
Okay then. Catchy tune.
Yeah, see on my other playthrough I went 20 hours, and this one I'm only on 3. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. Alright, I got these already.
Hello. Do you have a second?
Ah, long time and no see, Miss Anderson.
Oh, you rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times you keep mixing the same hole.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you. Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh? It's terrible what
Oh, it's
happened.
lying to my face.
We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
I need to find a specific trailer in town. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently.
Alright.
Flooding did this?
Yeah, and I can't go that way.
So... your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga.
I should make sure I've gotten everything out of profiling. Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bumping.
Elmo made it sound like I lived here. Trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga. Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what... All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but y'all...
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand.
Yep.
There's Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and rush through. Skip all the like repeat stuff. That ain't that interesting.
What was that? Fuck! FBI, show yourself! More people turning into Taken. Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
Where am I supposed to go? Alright, go up here into the crate. There we go.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves.
was water. Save room. And this is where you get the dirt. Too.
Another locked box.
Yeah, so I guess the ones with the weapons are already unlocked on New Game Plus. You can't go back. Can't go back and get the same gun. I'm trying to remember, is the other shotgun is better. Saga and Watery Blues. Oh, that ain't new. Yeah, they said they was gonna add some new stuff, but I can't really. I wish they would have like indicators, maybe, you know, hey, this is something new for this playthrough. Am I going the right way? Nope. Yeah, sure. Well, I got my... Yeah, these enemies ain't dropping items at all. I do get in here. I know I gotta do a puzzle. I hope I remember how to do that shit. Hold on, what's up here? Lunchbox.
There's another lunchbox.
Only got 5 now. Try and finish up this chapter before I head out there. on the hunt.
Hello? Anyone here? Nope.
Did they get out? Did the Taken get them? Or were they turned into Taken? I'll need to get the key locked. Need something to jimmy it open with.
A list of maintenance work.
Oh yeah. And it's gonna tell me where
I'll
I
need to get the key
go.
to the trailer park myself. A screwdriver. Huh.
Percolator. Control. Gotta get there. And I ran through here so many times. I used to know. It's the percolator.
Okay then. Hey, this should get that gift shop open.
Yeah, this like looking for items. That shit padded my playtime out. I like 3 times the playtime.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
Right now I can pop these locks. I can pop the lock in town.
Now where is that safe?
Let me see if I remember how to do this.
Locked. Okay.
Calm down. This
What would
one's
Ilmo
in
use for a
tracker,
code?
Lookout, cleaner. Tracker, lookout. I know I had to look over here. At these
Coffee World staff. Hope they're not all monsters now.
tracker, lookout,
The photos
cleaner.
have stickers on them.
Tracker, lookout, and cleaner. So he's the cleaner. So the last number is 6. Tracker and the lookout. The tracker would be... Oh, I'm guessing he'd be the lookout. So it's 4, 6, maybe 1, 4, 6. Let's try that.
The
First try
keys
this
to
one.
my trailer.
Now to find the clicker and the
I think
cult.
the last time it took me a while because I couldn't see all the coffee beans. Coffee world intact. And to get to the trailer, I had to go all the way out. Back. Yeah, the Espresso Express is towards the back gate. Well,
Must be locked from the other side.
man, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Do I have to go the other way now? Alright, so I can't go out here anymore. I have to go back to the well, take a right, take another right. I just made the wrong turn. Get out the main back gate, then come back in the front gate. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, and I gotta read all these
When you ask,
when I can.
Merceda will speak.
All of this should still be locked up, but I'm gonna have to come back anyway. So I should unlock this. Oh yeah, I can't open that until I get the pad or the bolt cutters. Alright, go to the trailer. I think the trailer park right here.
The page said I'd run into a cultist here. On your toes, Saga.
Merceda is not afraid of the rough questions.
Alright, I think this is a good stopping point. We 4 hours into the campaign. Been streaming for almost 2 hours. I'll call it here for the day, but just a quick recap. We made it to the dark place, got Alan out. Now he's talking about Scratch and finding the clicker, so now Saga is trying to investigate to find more information about that. She went to Watery, we went to the coffee world. I'm obviously breezing through these areas that took me like an hour or two in each area. I'm just hitting them in like shit 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So I think what's next, we go through the trailer park, find some information on Saga and her relatives or whatever, and then we'll go to the next area. I'm not gonna fully explore Watery like I did my first playthrough, and that should save us a lot of time. The main goal of this series is to try and get the new information to get to the true ending, especially the true ending. If I find some, extra manuscripts or videos, I'll try and pick them up. From what I'm hearing, they kind of set along the main path, so you can't really miss them by not, going and getting all the lunch boxes and stuff like that. So, I'll be back. I gotta go run some errands anyway, but appreciate everybody for tuning in.